everyone, welcome to my channel, Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if this is your first time stopping in, I hope you enjoy the video. If you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. We are here for my monthly review. It's the end of January already. I can't believe it. I honestly feel like we literally just celebrated 2024. No. I literally feel like we just celebrated New Year's. This year, I can already tell, is gonna just fly by. So yeah, I think I had a very productive month. I'm very happy with my month. What I have flipped over here is actually from the one with the diamond art. It's a mystery canvas that I had been working on since 2022. So I started it in like October of 2022. It was part of my mystery series part 2. And it just took me forever to get, I kind of like walked away from it. There's a full post review on this. There's a full post review on all of these canvases. Post reviews, kit downs, and then 2 of them I have framed. I brought them in because, I'm sorry, I'm taking my sweatshirt off. I'm like hot. I brought them into the craft room. I have them hanging in my house. I actually kept these 2, so I was able to bring them in and show you. But I have this flipped because I bought it as a mystery canvas. When I did the post review, I said I didn't think it was available anymore, but it actually is. Hold on. Okay, so the way the one with the diamond art does their mystery canvases is you pick square or round, you pick your size, and then they send you a canvas that they have currently offered on their site, but they put an opaque cover on it. It's a black and white canvas, and they don't give you any information, okay? So I have it flipped over, even though the chances of you getting this, and then if you do, you're not going to know, because it's not like it's mystery canvas too. And then they give you, like, it's nothing like DAC's mystery canvas where they give you information, the artist, they give you like an excerptation of what it's about and stuff like that. So I have it flipped over just so you know, if you don't want to see a mystery canvas, even though there's no way of knowing if you will ever get this as a mystery canvas. I did look it up. The name of this mystery canvas is Southern Resident Orcas and Vaquita. I don't know what Vaquita means, but that's what's the name. The name is Southern Resident Orcas and Vaquita. And the artist is Celosia. The artist is Celosia. Okay, so here it is. Okay, there we go. It's beautiful. All of that being said, I finished this in January. I have my little book here. So this is how I keep track of my projects. And hopefully I don't need to utilize this as much as I did last year, because, you know, last year I had like up to 6 projects going, but that's not happening this year. Oh, it's not even on here. It's not even on here. And this is why. I should put a little star and put it down here, because it made it on every page of 2023. I started it on December 3rd. I don't even remember what day I finished this. I think I finished it on January 2nd. Because I finished it on January 2nd and I only did 2 squares, or January 1st or something like that, and I did 2 squares in this year, I'm not taking credit for this one for this year. I actually put it in last year's. I did all the things in my journal for last year, and I moved it from the whips over to finished projects for 2023. But I did technically finish it in January, and it made it on my year in review as a whip that's entering 2024. So I just wanted to show it again. This is Orcas, or Southern Resident Orcas and Vaquita from Chalosia. Okay, and this is from the one with the diamond art. There's a full post review. You know, I had glue issues or whatever, but nothing has fallen off of this. So there's no missing drills. All right, my next finish is the very first start of the year for me, which is my Staroar Cardinals. And I have these over here because they're framed. So here's my Staroar Cardinals. I framed it in one of these poster frames. I'm hanging this outside on my patio, and as you can see, it is completely intact. It's not damaged. It hasn't fallen. There's no missing drills. I did seal this with the Mod Podge High Shine. Again, I do a full review, a kit down, and a framing of this. I show you how I frame it. I show you what I use to seal it. And I'll link all the products below again. But yeah, I really love this. It's really cute. It does give a pop of color on my porch because right now it's really drab and dreary. There's nothing out there. It's kind of gross. And so this just gives it a little, yeah, I'm very happy with it. So this is from Staroar. I think it was a 37 by 45 round drill diamond painting. And as you can see, there's some rhinestones. I mean, that really does look like it's lit up. And there's a few ABs as well. So a very fun, cute kit. It only took me 5 days. I started it on January 3rd and I finished it on January 8th. So very quick workup. My next finish is my giraffes here, which I also framed. And this is from Bella Art Diamonds. It was a promotional item. I did do a sneak peek on this. So there's a full sneak peek unboxing of this cutie, as well as a post review and kit down and framing of this. This is hanging up in my foyer. I love this. So yeah, you know, I'm partial to squares. I like the rounds, but I'm partial to squares, and I'm just going to hold it up for you so you can see how close. I mean, there's really almost zero gapping if that's possible. So I love these squares. I mean, I had said in my post review that Bella Art de Nicole or Aloha, and I forgot to say Diamond Painting Deutschland, have my favorite squares. I have not experienced the new squares in grid for Diamond Art Club yet, so I can't add them in there. I did have quite a bit of gapping that I wasn't crazy about with my Abraham Hunter's mystery canvas. So that's, I still have to do a newer one from them. I have plenty of them, so hopefully, you know, I'll get around to that this year. But yeah, this was amazing. I love it. So I hung it up. I love the way it looks. And I put in the end of the video where I hung it, and I show you a little blurb of it on my wall. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, please do. Okay, we're gonna move these down. I'm trying not to get in the frame. I'm trying not to get in the frame, moving my framed canvases. Hardy, hard. Okay. Let me move these over here. So wait, let me tell you how long that took me. That didn't take me that long either. I started it on January 9th, and I finished it on January 21st. Okay. And then this is my third finish, and I am taking credit for this one, even though this was a whip coming into this new year. This is my Heaven and Earth designs that I printed up on transparency paper. So I built this canvas. I used Tammy's from Diamond Painting Between the Lines method of printing on transparency paper, and I did it step by step. I did not change, alter, or skip any steps that Tammy reviews. If you are interested in doing a canvas like this, then please go check out her channel. I will link that below as well. She left YouTube and never followed up with the final step of putting these paper pages together and building the canvas. So I did it my way. I don't know if this is how she would have taught it. I, had to figure something out, and I did it my way. There's plenty of videos on this entire thing. There's videos with thumbnails that specifically say we're going to be putting pages together, and I go over it. But what I came into 2024 with was basically like from here down I had to do. I had to put all the pages together. I had a whole page and then almost the entire bottom row to do. So I had a good, almost quarter of the whole canvas, and then a decent amount down here that I had to complete. So I'm taking credit for this and then building it. It was a lot of hours. I didn't track them for this because I was also recording all the time and stuff with this one. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really love it. It's holding up perfectly. It's gorgeous. If you are not familiar with this canvas, it's Christmas Lane by Donna Gelsinger, and Diamond Art Club does offer this already printed as a kit. So I picked this before I knew they were going to offer this. They put this up as one of their Black Friday sales, and I had already started this all the way back in April or May or something crazy like that. So I picked this, I want to say in February, and then I ordered all the stuff in March. So I got the drills from Evermoment, and then obviously the transparency paper from Amazon and all of the products. So again, I'll link all of the products below. And I'll try to remember, this is going to be the longest description box ever, specifically for the heat canvas. But if you don't want to go through all of that, if you click on any of my Christmas canvas or Heaven and Earth Designs printed canvas, then it will list all of the items that I used, okay? So the only thing I have on this one is I started it on, I put in quotations January or December 1st, but I had actually already started recording all the way back in May or something like that, or June. I talk about it in my video, but I don't put that. And then I finished it on January 25th. So those are all my finishes. Taking credit for 3, finished actually 4. And those were on the smaller side for me, right? But I guess that's why I was able to finish so many. I have one whip going into February, and it's put down. Again, I have a unboxing, a kit up of this, and it's the Heart Flower Jars by DAC. I'm doing this for Valentine's Day. I'm blinging it up with I don't know how many colors from DP with sparklers. And yeah, I'm on my third row. It's clipped down. It's got so much stuff on top of it. I'm not going to bring it over, but I'll have that as a finish for February for sure. And so this is how I keep track of my canvases. I highlight them when I finish them, and then I just leave them open, and I'll pop that over to February, the heart flower jars over here, and then start adding whatever I start in February. Now I'm going to change your view, and we're going to update my journal here. I did some extra things. I don't know if I'm going to keep these, but and we'll update the journal the way I like it, and then yeah, we'll call it a day. I'll see you on the other side. All right, I think we're all set here. I printed up a bunch of stuff. So the way I do if you have not, I have a couple journal videos, but if you do not watch them, just FYI, the way I do hold on, are you crooked? Hold on. All right, I think that's better. I can't tell if it's gloomy in here or if my glasses are dirty or the lens is dirty, or it's just, I think it's just because so anyway, oh man. If you have not watched any of my journal episodes, all right, let me just explain my journal to you. It's the same as last year. I just kind of personalized the cover. I laminated it. I have a laminator and I love playing with it. So, so I just took the cover and then, my saying, diamond painting therapy. This is my diamond painting therapy journal. And, and I'm going to say, is diamond painting therapy any cheaper than like real therapy? No. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so this is a new tab that I added. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that. I made a couple more of them, so like I could just real quick plop over. So we'll see. We'll see if I decide that's a thing or not. I don't know, but this is definitely staying. So this is my whips tab. And what I like to do with this is I like to have it, I like to move things over as I finish them. So I usually make a page, and then when I'm done it, I move it over to the front. So, and that way, like if I have multiple whips going at once, I have multiple things filled out behind this marker. And then as I finish them, I finish it. I can move them over in the order that they're finished and not move them like they're not in a book where it is where it is. You know what I mean? So that's what I like about using these discs, is that you can start filling it out even though you're not done it. And so we're just going to update this book all the way, update. And what I've been doing is, I'm going to show you. So this is Cardinals, and I had red washi tape around it. Didn't like it, didn't think it was cute. But look at this. I love the way this looks. I think this is gorgeous. This is, I didn't know that there was all these color gradients in this washi until I laid it out like this on here. And I'm like, that is gorgeous. It's perfect for this. I thought it was just a plain tan beige washi. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the light on. And, well, I don't know if the light, I changed my curtains. I got white curtains in here, and half the time I don't even open them anymore. And I think that there's less shadowing when I don't open them. I just thought it was dark in here, but it's still bright in here. I love these curtains. I did such, like even my daughter, when I did it while she was at the Poconos, and she came home, she walked in my room. She's like, oh my God, I love your new curtains. Like, Mom, good job. So anyway, I just like tap myself on the back there for that. I don't know if you remember, I had like these really like dark not dark, but like bright pink curtains. And when it was sunny out, which it's not today, it's cloudy, but when it was sunny out, it would cast a pink hue in here. So in my videos, it would look pink, like you were wearing pink glasses. It was weird. Anyway, I couldn't stand it. So yeah, I love these curtains. I hardly ever open them now because so much light comes in, but they're still opaque. You still can't see through, I think. I don't know. I've never driven by. I guess I should have someone test that. I don't know. They could be watching me, but what are they going to be? I'm diamond painting. Anyway. So the way I do this is I put the stock photo here, and that's if, you know, like the AC gives you one, right? Staroar does not. So what I did is I actually printed it from, they actually do. Here it is. Do they? Is it on here? No, they don't. Okay, they don't. I printed this up from, oh yeah, they do. So, no, they don't. I'm sorry. I think I took the bag. They have a sticker on the bag. So I always make sure I don't cut the sticker on the bag. I cut above it so that the sticker stays intact. And then I printed that up, and I actually enlarged it because it was quite small. So I made it a little bigger. And then I do this on myself. I do this with Google Doc on myself. I do this by myself on Google Docs. I just print the name of the title of the canvas, and I cut it out and I put it on here. And then I decorate it. And I've been decorating it with the washi that I actually used on the canvas, but I don't like the washi I used on this canvas, so I'm not doing that. I have all of these thin washis here that I bought, and I didn't know what I was going to do with, and I think I'm going to use it to decorate my journals. So I want to use a red one, preferably. That's my dog. She's a pug, and she snores very, very loudly, as you can hear. I'm actually not sure any of these will match. Maybe this polka dot one over here. Oh, this is pretty. And it's purple, and there was a lot of purple in this, actually. Let's see if this looks good. The nice thing about washi is generally, unless it's like a really heavy duty washi, you can pretty much pull it off without damaging your paper. And that's what I did with that red washi. I don't know if I have any more of that red washi left. If I don't like this, then maybe I'll try that again, but not the way I had it, because I did not like. This is very thin though. I don't know if this is gonna look nice. Actually, I think it's gonna look really pretty. So I'm just gonna frame it. My dog. Yeah, so I picked up all this. I thought I was going to use it to section my canvas, but it's just too thin to do that with it. So then I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I just had it sitting on top of my washi holder, because it's a lot. There's a lot of them. I really like that. That's really pretty. Let me see. Maybe I should make it so long this way. But you see how I could just lift it up. I had to take a break from recording. Like, I printed all this stuff up and then Bob was playing the drums, and he was playing Iron Maiden. So I, you know, for copyright issues, even with the door closed, I felt like you guys were going to hear it. Bob's so funny. He didn't even know I was like, I put him in the video. I'm like, oh, you're in the video. People were like, oh, Bob. And he's like, what video? My giraffe video. There's a little point at the end where he's playing his drums. Okay. And as you can see, this is just all eyeballing. Just trying to make it look cute. And I really like this. That's so pretty. So unfortunately, when I taped this down, I taped it down not center. So that's just something that I got to keep in mind moving forward. So this is my first one for this year. And, you know, we change things up. We do things different, whatever. So I have to cut that little nub off. Let me see if I can do that without cutting through the paper. I think I did. No. I really felt like I cut. There we go. And there it is. So that's the cover. I think that's really pretty. It's just this, like, it just has purple with gold dots around it. It's almost like it's the lantern, right? And then what I fill out in the back is I have, I could have used this, but it's pretty thick. It's like cardboard. So rather than cut this out and lay it on here, I just printed up. I just printed it up and I actually enlarged it. I can see that I enlarged it. Printed it up and put it here. And then I always print up a picture of it finished. And here I have it actually hanging on my patio. So that's stucco in the back there. That's from my patio. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Let me do it this way first. Oh, wow. He was like, you going to push me? I'm out of here. All right, so... just try to cut it out. And then I'll go ahead and I'll outline this one. No, I think just the cover is enough. Okay. This was given to me as a gift, and I am going to definitely keep using this style of tape for journaling, because there's plenty of uses for that double-sided tape, but whew, is it time consuming when you do it this way. What do you think, guys? I'm gonna leave it. So let's fill out our things here. Where's my pen with the diamond on it? Okay. Oh, I think I filled everything out. All right, so this is I'm just gonna put on here my first start for 2024. Okay, so it was my first official finish. If we go back to here, it was my first official finish. My second official finish was my giraffes. So I have that, and it's already done. And the only thing I didn't do was I forgot to Xerox, and I forgot to do it with this too. So I actually emailed DAC. I hope that they get back to me. But 21 and then 22 on. So I cut the border off of this diamond painting and hung it up. And I took the border, both borders, and I put them the top side up, and then the other one, the bottom side. So I got all the numbers in one printing, because it's very long. And yeah, it came out perfect. So just gonna cut this out and then add it to the journal. And I like to keep track. I mean, I like to keep these, like for instance, with the giraffes, I cut the border off. So if something fell off, I would have no idea what the DMC would be, you know. So there's 42 colors, which means it's 21 on each side to make it even. So I did, oh shucks. I almost cut off 22. I did up to 21, and now I have to do 22 on. It's hanging on by a thread now. So I put that on the back of the cover sheet. I put this, and then I put a picture of the completed canvas. And again, just like with the Cardinals, I printed up a picture of it in its frame. So you see, these are completely even. Is this going to be too big? It's a little big. What I could do is I could maybe go like this and fit this in the middle. I could do it like I did with the Cardinals and put it on the side. I don't want to cut these in half because then it will be uneven. Like 11. Maybe I'll just cut this one in half. And I'll do this. That works. All right, so let's go ahead and glue these down, tape these down. She thinks that there might be food to be had. She heard something. Wait, she heard something. Every once in a while she'll hear something. Or maybe she always hears and she's just faking. Let her out. Let her out. I don't know how she heard you guys. Or she definitely heard you because she was sleeping. Okay, sometimes I'll use like the lines underneath to try to make sure it's straight. Just as a tip, if you're wondering how. Go. And then last one. Okay. All right, so that's that. And then here's the giraffes. Go ahead and cut this out. So I am almost, well, once I finish row 3, and I've only done one section in row 3, then I'll be over 50% done. My heart flower jars. And then, so I'm going to be kitting up another kit this week. And I'm just going to give you a hint. I already unboxed it. So there's that one. So we'll go ahead and roll the tape on this. All right, and then this one we do need to fill out. So I didn't do any enhancements. I started it on 1/9/24. 1/9/24. I finished it on 1/21/24. And it's my second finish for the year. And it's my... So I had to change my lifetime finishes because, you know, I had an extra one after I did the orcas. So it's my 43rd finish in my life. And this was a promo sneak peek. And I hung foyer. I don't know why I always have to put a smiley face again. Okay, so that is done. And now we have to create one for my Christmas lean. I didn't even do it. So this is the stock image off of the Christmas lean website. Obviously, if you do have an In Earth Designs, you don't get a sticker sheet. You know, you don't, you have to print up everything on your own. Oh, that's the one thing I didn't print up. I didn't print up my, I wonder if I have to make a pocket. Because it is, well, it's 90 colors. I don't know. But it's like 3 pages. Well, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to have to make a pocket for my Heaven and Earth Designs. So I'm going to put this here. Unfortunately, it has the X. I don't know if you can see that, because this is the enlarged on the website. So let me put that there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, for my Josephine wall, it had 250 colors, I think. So obviously, unless I did like page after page after page to put the color sheets on there, I made a pocket. I laminated a pocket. And inside the pocket, I put, so I printed this up twice. Where's the other one? No. Here it is. And I think I'm going to use the smaller one because this is larger. It's a larger font, but it's going to be harder to, you know, put a border around it. So I'm going to use this one. It's already cut out. That's convenient. And all right, there's that. And now I have to pick, let's see here. I think that doesn't belong here. I could do green, I could do red. I think I'm going to do these red polka dots. I have red stripes, I have red polka dots, I have green polka dots. I don't know why I'm not like the biggest fan of polka dots, but this is what it looks like. Wait, there's a gold red polka dot and there's a white. I think I'm going to do the white. The gold is like metallic. Well, let's lay down a row and see how it looks. Okay. What do you think? I don't know. I think it's cute. Literally, you have to stare at it so it grows on you. So if you stare at it and you're like, okay, it'll work. All right. This is like performing surgery or something. Very, very carefully. So you got to make it even on both sides. Yeah, that looks even. It looks cute once it's on, yeah. And then I'm gonna have to go get that pen that rolled away to cut some of these. There we go. All right. Let me go get that pen just to clean it up. Okay. Perfect. That corner's good. This corner's good. Just need to do this corner. Perfect. I think that's cute. What do you think? And then we have the whole thing to fill out. So the canvas is Christmas Lean. The company is Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm just gonna put Haid. The artist was Donna Gelsinger with 1 N. The size, it actually was in 60 by 80. The drill shape was square. There were, that's a good question. I have to look that up. I have to calculate that. I had no ABs, no special drills, none. And I started this on, and I'm going to put it in quotes again, 12/1/23, and I finished it on 1/25/24. And this is my third 2024 finish and my 44th. 4 is my favorite number. 44th. So notes. This is my first printed Heaven and Earth Designs. I printed it on transparent this canvas for my second Advent series. Drills are from Ever Moment. Okay. So that's, I have to figure out how many colors, and then I have to put that there. So now I have to figure out, do I want to do a pocket? If I do a pocket, then I'm going to put this. This is actually my finished canvas that I took a picture of. You can see the gold washi on the side, and I printed it up. Looks great, doesn't it? That photo looks awesome. Very proud of that photo. I think I'm gonna have to do a pocket. Hold on, guys. Okay, I am gonna make a pocket because there's 3 sheets. I'm not showing you anything that you can't go on Heaven and Earth Designs and click and look at the list yourself, because they give you the opportunity to look and see what DMCs you need and yada yada yada. So this is free information to anyone. And it's 3 packs. I mean, whoops. It's 3 pages. Also, DAC. They, I didn't realize how big it came out. They're pretty awesome. I'll have to say they're Heaven and Earth. They're Heaven and Earth. Oh my God. DAC's customer service support is amazing. So before I started the video, not even before I started the video, before I started the second part of the video, the journaling part, I had emailed them and said, listen, I forgot to print this up. Could you send me a PDF file? And, you know, in the middle of when I just went, I looked on my email and they had sent me this. But I'm going to have to see if I can print that up smaller. Hold on a second. Okay. I think I got all the things. So I did shrink it. Did I make it the same size? No, still a little smaller, but I did enlarge it a little. Shrink it a little bit from what it was previously. So we're going to deal with this in a second. This is my current whip, so that will go behind the whip barrier. The whip barrier. It sounds kind of kinky. The whip barrier. Okay, this is all garbage. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's build this pocket. So if you, where's my old one? Let me show you. If you didn't see me do anything with this one, this is my Earth Angel. Here's the pocket. So I put inside, and I plan on doing the same thing with this one. I put inside a picture of me holding it, but this one is just going to be this generic picture. And then I laminated the picture, and I just taped it to here. So let me see. I'm going to cut the picture out. I was trying to make all these tabs for January, February, March, April, and I have all kinds of stuff in here. It's just a little ridiculous. But what I need is maybe one of these little ones here. And I think that's a great height for the pocket. And then I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut this down because I I want more of the plastic to be attached to the, okay, so there we go. And then we'll go ahead and put this in here. The only problem is I gotta make sure that it kind of sits in the middle. You know, I'm a stickler for things being kind of even. I don't know, that looks pretty good though. So the way I'm gonna measure this is, I'm gonna put this along the bottom line. Why can I not open it now? And then that along that line. Perfect, okay. And then we're just gonna feed it through. This thing has been warming up. Just let it go. I wonder why I did that. I made a bubble. It's weird. It's on the cold setting and it came out warm. That's odd. Okay, so now I just need to trim this down. And I'm just gonna start trimming. Like, and then this side doesn't have to be trimmed as much. Honestly, I wanted to get rid of that bubble. But the way the rings are, it's still more in the center, even though it's like a little off. So, and then the second thing I did, or I don't know how many steps I'm on. I got the thinnest of these rolls of double-sided tape. And this worked. So I'm just gonna do it the way I did it last time. And I just taped it. So I'm making a pocket, so we're not taping down the top. We're taping down this, this, and this. So let me find the end here. Let me just cut it. Just laid it along the side there. This is the bottom. And oh, that's right. I try not to go on top of, because like now I gotta get the paper off. So you should take the paper off before you lay another piece of tape on top. I do try to go as close to the edge as I can. I think I'm gonna put a little tiny piece. I do want, I don't want it all the way to the end because I do want to be able to lift it a little bit, you know what I mean? All right, and now we just need to lay it straight on here. And even, I think that looks good there. So this takes care of two things already. Now, I don't need the whole sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here along these O's. I'm just cutting through all 3 sheets. There we go. And then I'm gonna fold it like so and put it in the pocket. And there we go. So if you have a very long DMC list that you can print up, that's how you can store it, okay? So that's Christmas Lane. We'll turn this sucker off because I don't think I need it again. And now we're gonna just do my heart flower jars. This is something I started in January, so technically it's good for this video. And I'll finish it in my February. I'll finish it in the February review. Okay, so I put all that stuff over here. So we're going to use the original. Will it fit? It's kind of long. It's very long. Scissors. All right, so I'm going to cut it out. I might have to trim it on the sides. If you use the whole sticker sheet, I hope I'm not triggering you right now. Like, no. Okay. No, it fits. It's going to be hard to put a full, I think I have an idea of how to make it cute. In fact, yeah, I have an idea of how I'm going to make this cute. All right, so that's how it's going to go. I'm going to put this down first. So we'll go ahead and put like so. And I did see a couple heart washies, which is perfect. So if this is here, this is going to be here. Okay, that looks good. Okay. I did see a couple heart washies. So we have a white with red hearts, and we have a red with gold hearts, but they're cut off. So we're going to do the white with red hearts. All right, let's see. Here's the end. Never find the end that fast, huh? Oh, they're purple and red. So I'm going to outline this. This is supposed to be red. It looks orange. behind the frame, kind of. I need to bring that up a little more. And I'm going to go across, but I want this to be under. Okay, so then we just have to cut off these edges here. This one. And this one. And this one. Done. And then this one is going to go on top, and it's going to go over it, but it's still framing it. Don't you think that's cute? So just like that. All right, I'm happy with that. And then It would have honestly looked cuter if I brought the washi in a little more, but I still like it. And canvas. Heart. Flower. Jars. DAC. Susan. I want to wing it. And we have all the stats here. Size, it's a 89 by 51. Number of color, or drill shape is round. Number of colors is 53. Total drills, I'll have to look that up. ABs, it came with 3 ABs. No special drills. Enhancements, tons. I'm gonna put tons. And these are all the enhancements I'm doing. All these colors. So, oops, I'm sorry. So I started this on 126. And I'm gonna put C below because there's too many. So I'm gonna say, I'm doing a jelly, glow, AB, 892 for 892. I'm doing a pixie, dust, 498 for 498. I'm doing a 209 AB, for 209. I'm doing a 321 AB for 321. I'm doing a 762 AB for 762. I'm doing a 550 AB for 550. And I'm doing a 762 glitter for, this is the only one that I'm not doing color for color, because I bought 762 in AB and glitter, and the glitter is gold and the AB is an AB. It looks silver. So look at it. They don't look the same. So I ended up using this for, I was really happy with this, the way this worked out, 3024. So this actually ends up in parts of the shiplap. I'll go over all of that. I'm just gonna update this. So 891 AB for 891. And then we have pixie dust, 666 for 666. So yeah, quite a few enhancement drills here. And I'm really loving the way it's looking. And I'm not an enhancement person, so I'm just really, really happy with the way it's coming out. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. I think we're completely updated here. I do not have a way to update my journal back here. Oh no, I just have to put this on. So so glad I found a reason to use these, because I'm like, what am I going to use these for? They're so small. Like, I don't know. They're nothing like what I thought they were going to be. You know. But you know, when you spend money on something, you don't just trash it. You hold on to it and hope that it makes sense one day. And it did. What I need to do is I need to get like either a drawer system or a tub system where I can put, like, this is for my journals. So when I do my journal with you guys, I pull it out and it has everything I need for my journals. This is for my kit downs. This is for my kit ups. Like, I don't know if it'll ever happen. I'm just talking to myself. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut. I think I'm going to cut this here. And we'll have 3 columns again. I don't like it when they're not even. I don't know if you've noticed that about me, but whatever. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and attach this, and then I am completely updated on my journal. As you can see, this takes time and it gets messy and all that stuff, so that's why I don't do it every single time I kit up and kit down. All right. But I think once a month, pulling it out with you guys will be fun. And that way it doesn't go off the rails too bad. What I did this time was I literally just, I'm just going to keep it close to each other. I literally just put it all, like everything that I needed, like stickers and stuff, I put it all in a little tub. Not a tub, but like a, what is it called? I'll show you. Okay. There. So there we go. I have so much trash now. This thing. So I just like I had the DAC thing in here. I had the strips from the Giraffe canvas in here. I had the Christmas lane and like the things I cut out. These things in here. And I think I'll do that. I'll just like hold on. So I don't know what happened, but I think I got everything in there. I think my video just cut off because I ran out of room, maybe. I don't really know, but just to review, I put these tabs in. So this is January. I can write February on here if I decide to keep doing this. I'm not sure. But yeah, just to review, I really love these thin washi tapes. I think that they really enhance it so beautifully. This one I just adore, even though it's not one of the thin ones. And then, you know, we have the polka dots for the Christmas lane, super cute. We made our pocket. And then here is my Whips marker. And we go into what I am currently working on, which is my heart flower jars. Love this. And whatever else I decide to kit up, which I will be kitting up this week. I actually, so I'll be planning to just do a monthly update on my journal. Guys, let me know, do you think I should do 2 separate videos, like a month in review and then a journal update? Or do you like it as a combined video? Just interested on your feedback. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.